one in a second. We're losing Andy on the buses shortly, and we've gained double-decker Anton, the legend himself, the man who can, the YouTube extraordinaire, double-decker Anton. So once his audio connects and we get this.
Just another little point. I think I should point out before I go. She went to work this morning.
Anton, unmute your microphone. Are you there? I can see you and I can hear you.
Alright, I'm on. Alright. Sorry guys,
Sorry to cut you off, mate.
Sorry, I didn't know how to set it up. You know, it came up on my phone. Sorry, I wasn't going to be on. I know I was thinking yesterday, and I did message you all to try and plan this. So thanks for setting it up, Chris and Andre. I thought I wouldn't be on actually. I just had to try and cancel somewhere. So I didn't want to be on. There's Andy. Hello, Andy. Not seen Andy for ages.
Just saying there, I went to work this morning, and a lot of drivers are complaining about the PPE that we've been given. We've not really been given anything. And came in this morning to this nice little bag, which contains about 30 odd masks, a big packet of antibacterial hand wipes, and like little rubber bags that you can put your masks and your masks and your wipes in, then get disposed into a waste bin. But we are not allowed to wear the mask when you're driving. Masks have to be took off every time you start driving.
Yeah. Yeah, it's difficult with PPE because a lot of people don't actually understand how to use PPE correctly, which is why I'm not a fan of gloves being worn by bus drivers unless they've got a box.
Yeah, well, see, I wore, when I first started, I wore surgical glove things like you would wear, but I always sanitise the gloves with a hand sanitizer as well.
Yeah.
So a lot of people wear the gloves, don't sanitise the gloves, and then touch their face thinking they're safe, even though they've not sanitised the glove after touching things. So I always done that, and I always carried a little rubber bag with me. So when the gloves came off, they went into the bag.
Disposed of humanely.
Yeah, so went into the bag, and then in the work they've got new separate bins for all kind of waste material, like gloves or wipes that have been used to wipe things down. So I always done that, but now they've took away in the work, they've actually took the gloves away because people aren't using them correctly, and they're just like people are just like coming off the bus and dropping stuff. And
it's not. The thing is, there's bins provided. I'm pretty sure there are bins all over the place, and there's no real excuse for littering, really, especially in this day and age. You know, it's this it's shit-faced laziness at the end of the day. I think you can leave rubbish on your bus at the same time.
I'm getting a lot of viewers now saying on my side the signal is much better. Oh,
as long as they can see you, if they can see you and they can hear you, that's a good thing.
So you guys can see me and hear me. Just put yes and yes and yes. One person's asked me on my channel, I might as well just shout out. James Jackson, can I drive a bus? How old do you have to be a bus driver? I've completely forgotten.
Well, that's 18. It depends where you are, really, because obviously there's you, which is very young, 18.
Chris, you're not streaming again.
I am. I'm here. Don't worry. I'm here.
Okay. See, well,
I'm
what
here.
I was told when I first joined was you have to be 18 years old and at least hold a car licence for 6 months, because I was about 2 or 3 months away from turning 19, and I had been driving a year exactly in my car when I went for my interview. But that's what, as I said, I spoke to the about this. They're in schools. My work personally, they're in schools trying to get young people to join, like the mechanical side of things and stuff like that, the mechanics. But I was always up for the option of like getting some of the younger drivers in the work just now, going into high schools and speaking to people who are just about to turn 18, saying you can do this, because not a lot of young people know that you can drive a bus at this age.
It's very true. It's very true. I mean, you've even got another YouTubing bus driver, Jade on the buses.
Yeah.
Jade on the buses? Jade.
Yep.
Bus driver Jade, sorry.
Yeah.
She was very young when she started driving buses. I think it's more of a location thing. What do you reckon, Andre?
I think, yes. It depends on the location. It depends on the bus companies as well. But there's, out to my viewers, the answer is 18, I believe, in London. But there's some companies can take over at the age of 21. A lot of people are saying on my company, and Major Patrick, yeah, you're completely right. It depends on the company, and it depends how long you have it on your license.
And as well, with like, see your kind of longer distance stuff, private hires, any European work, you need to be 21. Because that's what I tried to go and do European work last year. So doing like Glasgow to London buses and stuff like that, and I was told I couldn't until I was 21 to get your tachograph to do kind of longer distances. So I think you're like 18 to do kind of, what I was told was 50 kilometres of your base depot is how far you can drive.
Fair. Anton, what's your experience on that? Well, obviously you've driven buses all over. You've been driven buses in Huddersfield, and obviously you drive buses in London. What's your experience with the age limitations from where you've worked?
Well, I know when I started, I was, let me see, February 2002, I was 23, and I think it had to be 21 then. And then in the space of about 3 or 4 years, they bumped it down to 18, which I think was good. Because I remember growing up, I realised I couldn't drive buses till I was 21. So I kind of gave up on the fact that we'd be driving buses for a while. And I remember a lot of students starting at 18. What I do remember is that Saturdays they would not turn up because they went out Friday night. I just remember a lot of buses missing because they were supposed to work Saturday and they didn't get up in the morning and they went out Friday evening. I always remember that a lot of buses missed on the Saturdays.
Right, guys,
so,
I've got to love you and leave you. So my bus is due in about 3 minutes across the road.
Absolutely, not a problem, Andy. I really appreciate you joining me on my channel this evening.
Enjoy the rest of your stream, and hope you keep safe and stuff like that. And I'll catch
Andy.
You too, Andy.
Stay safe, Andy.
Drive safe. Stay safe. All right, mate.
I don't know how to leave this. Hold on. Oh, there we go. It's up the top. Right. I'll see you later.
Drive safe and stay safe. Much love, brother.
See you later. Bye.
Bye. That was Andy on the buses. Very young bus driver who drives in Scotland. Actually does airport runs, and he's absolutely great guy. A lot of people from across the pond might struggle with his accent, but obviously we don't care about that. We love him. We understand him. Scottish is as an accent. I love it. It's beautiful. So Anton, let's. How have you been? Because a lot of people miss you. You see, I get asked almost on every live that I do. How's Anton? Where's Anton? How is Double Decker Anton? Is he working? Is he driving? How is he? How are you?
I'm a lot more anxious, I think, than when I did my channel in the beginning. I think I remember 3 years ago saying, I'm going to learn to edit better videos, and I'm going to be honest, it's been a big mental block for me. I think it's a fear to actually. I think it's like I'm that bad with technology. I literally need someone sat next to me to show me one-to-one how you would do this. Like, I have been filming a lot of videos that I haven't posted. There's probably 26 to 28 videos, and I think that building up is on my mind a lot because I know I want to get those out. And I know I think in the beginning I didn't feel any pressure, and I do feel more pressure as it's gone along. And I think also a few weeks ago, just announcing I want to do something to help the drivers' families. Because there's about 29 drivers I think have died in London, and I don't know how many for the rest of the UK.
At the moment, as of yesterday, I believe it's 29 bus drivers, but 42 across the TfL network as it stands. So for those who don't know, who don't subscribe to Double Decker Anton, he is trying to set up, I believe it's a GoFundMe or something similar to try and help the families of bus drivers that have unfortunately passed away due to coronavirus. Have you actually set that up yet, or are you in the process of setting it up?
No, I think it's kind of, I'm faffing about with it really. I know I've had a friend help me. He's been quite inspired by my idea. In fact, he inspired me growing up because he's done acting and thespian work, stuff that I wanted to do, but I was afraid to go on stage. And so now I've not heard from him for years, and he didn't know I had a YouTube channel, and I was like, wow, he got this, So, basically, it just helped me with even basic editing on, say, a photograph. I know I needed to get the photograph right, obviously, for this GoFundMe page. And obviously, I think wording it's not as bad. I think it's just really finding a photograph, because I only had like 2 photographs. One was basically both from older videos. One was from a recent one with a lot of route masters behind, but my face was like this at the bottom, and it just didn't look. I don't know. I realised that my friend picked a picture from a video a few years ago, and it was called "The Beast from the East," and it showed me looking out of a bus window upstairs at other buses. And he wanted to pick that. He actually chose that picture, thinking that's me reflecting on the fact that obviously drivers have passed away, and this would be a good photograph to basically use. And so in a way, I've just obviously been messaging quite a few people. I know I've been asking you guys as well and getting feedback from everyone. And I think it's just coming to a decision which one. But I took some more pictures recently at Clapham Junction, and I know that's been well received. So it's an idea to get that photograph out, but. Again, yeah, I know I've had a few people question. You don't have to do this, Maybe drivers' families might have insurance or whatever, and so I realise there's been quite a few people who, I'm not saying negative. It's just a few people have been kind of, questioning. You don't have to do this, but it's an idea I want to do. I know I should really ask for more help. I kind of not realizing the logistics, and even speaking to some drivers and even some people who were say in the union, and it's understanding that, I have to, if I'm going to raise a large amount of money, I know there's going to be people like vultures who are going to be trying to say, because it's like, obviously, if I raise a lot of money for these families, obviously I don't know these families on a personal level, and so it's the logistics of contacting them, but obviously I know some people might want that privacy as well. So there's been a lot of things that have kind of slowed me down with it. And I mean, first things is just get it out there, raise the money, and then I can share it equally amongst all the drivers that have passed away. I know it's a crazy idea. It was a goal of literally raising £100,000 for about 42. Well, I was thinking of it was for the bus drivers that have died in the UK, but I know there's other TfL stuff as well. So I'm kind of, again, that's coming into my mind, who's kind of included in this. And I think, I need to, I'm actually glad we're talking about this on here, because it's been on my mind a bit the last couple of weeks. And that's why I haven't even posted other videos, because I feel this is a priority. I've got to get this GoFundMe page set up.
Anton, give me one sec, mate. I think we've got a bit of a problem with the live stream.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just double check it, mate, because I'm just having a look on your YouTube channel and I can't see you.
Yeah.
Whilst Chris is doing that, I might as well ask a couple of questions on my side of the channel.
Go for it.
One person's asked me a good question. Southern Transport 466, aka Mr. Spring Smith. I like that name. It's a nice long name. He asked me a question saying, what is the funniest moment that happened at work? As a bus driver, I suppose. Well, I think the funniest thing that's happened to me as a bus driver, I'm sure that Chris and Anton could agree with me, when you're driving the LT new Route Masters, at this time of the night when it's dark, when somebody gives way to you, you ought to press the hazard light to say thank you. So, Anton, do you do that?
Is that, I have been pressing the hazard lights for other road users for years. I remember doing it on a Leyland Atlantean in 2002 and 3, where the indicator was literally near on the floor and looks like a big battery, and there was buttons to turn the lights on down there. And I used to remember the hazard was hard to press, or even I think flashing the lights was weird. These old buses, the old Atlanteans, one that I ended up buying, that was a bit of a disaster. I made a mistake with that, and that I had that for 2 years. But that was I love them old buses. But I do put the hazards on a lot to kind of, it's like a way of saying thank you without you maybe seeing a person in the mirror saying thanks, and it's great now.
I've got a firewall blocking it, apparently. Let me close OBS.
Oh dear. So
no, at least we can talk on here.
Yeah. So basically, on the Route 68, I was going towards in towards Elephant and Castle. For those who does know the 68, I accidentally pressed the isolator button switch, which means it will turn off the interior lighting. And plus on top of that, it will turn off the engine. Absolutely everything. You've got no power steering. All you got left is the braking. So I thought I pressed the hazard lights to say thank you. So you can imagine that had panicked some passengers saying, "Driver, what's going on?" I said, "Don't panic." So that is one kind of embarrassment, but I would say a hilarious experience from my experience of being a bus driver. Yet to be. So I don't know if Anton wants to say anything.
You said the most hilarious experience. Sorry, maybe I didn't fully get the question before.
I'm gonna ask you actually, Anton. Is there any hilarious experience or funny moments of you being a bus driver over the last 15 to 20 years of your life?
I always remember when the engine coolant pipe exploded in the cab of a Manchester Atlantean, and I could have got scalded badly. And I remember it happened I was coming down on, I think, Linthwaite in Huddersfield. I was actually coming from Blackmoor Foot, turning, it's like a roundabout, and you go down a steep road. They did some really tight roads there. And you go on a blind bend where there's some high conifers. And I remember the coolant pipe exploded just after I got around the corner. If it was before, I could have crashed. And I remember the old bus, they used to have things like flashing, like dodgy lights, and they would never check them, you know what I mean? When these old buses, constantly things going wrong. And I did see a flashing light, and I thought, nah. And actually, if it was for the engine coolant, I don't know, it was a little box around it. There should have been a box around it, so when it exploded, it'd be contained. But it kind of went on the back of my seat, and then onto the back of the cab. And I remember a lot of steam coming up. And I remember my bag on the left, which even had my camera in, I remember it just got sogged with like blue coolant, like a river of coolant coming down.
Oh, no.
I had to stop the bus immediately. And I remember then suddenly it steamed up, because obviously it was hot coolant. And as I was getting out of the cab, it was like a moment from Top of the Pops, where I'm coming out of the steam, and there's the passengers, and you can imagine just singing a song. I know it sounds crazy, but it was just a weird moment of what is going on, and I called the ambulance, and I wasn't burned.
Yo,
amazingly, that's a moment that I can laugh at. In fact, even put a claim in. I think I got £1,000 2 years later.
Really?
I remember people put a claim in, because I was like, and I think I got £1,000 2 years later. 2 years.
Oh, cool.
But that's a kind of a hilarious.
We got.
Kane's here. They're from America. Hey.
Hey.
Everyone who's on my channel, we got Bus Driver Life.
I'm trying to fix my streaming settings, man.
So we're gonna welcome him
not right.
I'm surprised I got on here, because I couldn't work it for 10 years.
Hello.
Kayman.
Hey.
He's gonna do.
Hello, Kayman.
He's gonna do his
for the
funny
first
memes.
time.
He's gonna do his funny memes right now. He's gonna do a funny meme right now, and I can't wait for it.
Cool.
Hey, what time is it there?
So it is.
I've had to start recording
my phone. It's almost like 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock
in the afternoon.
Wow, why am I thinking 5 o'clock? Is that New York? 5 o'clock. York, LA.
Probably New York. New York is
LA?
about three hours ahead of California, I believe. Yeah.
All right.
Hello, Kayman. First time. Hello, Kayman. Speaking to Kayman. First time.
Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. I was streaming this directly to YouTube, but my streaming settings is something's gone wrong with the firewall, so I'm recording this. So say hi. Okay. You're on my channel, Chris's Real Talk. Nice to meet you. How you doing?
It's nice to meet you as well, Chris. Yes.
Thanks.
I'm doing good though. I'm doing good. I'm enjoying a day off work today.
Cool, man. Same with me.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. So what's going on with like lockdown over there? Because we hear some news over here. We hear we've been seeing protests and people standing with guns and rocket launchers.
Goodness. It's crazy. Yes, there are people that they're saying that their freedom has been stripped away, so they are protesting to end the lockdown, and they're saying that it's a hoax, and it's really crazy. And it's just to let everybody know that is a very small percentage of Americans. Most of us think that they are crazy. We're like, dude, we want to stay safe. Like,
I mean, what would you
want
rather
them to
have?
start right. We want them to start easing restrictions.
Or your rights for 6 months.
Exactly.
I'd rather have health.
Yeah. Right. And they're trying to ease restrictions somewhat as they see safe. But if these people keep protesting and then law enforcement has to come, people are going to catch it and it's going to spike again because there are protests all over the place. So it's crazy.
Yeah, it just makes sense.
Yeah. But most people are abiding by the rules. And most people are like, even when they lift it, I'm not going anywhere. So it's going to take a while for people to have confidence to go back out into the world.
Quick question. How is the transport, mode transport, like trains and buses out there? Are people really taking the time to social distance and not use public transport only for essential needs? Are they doing that in your country?
Yes and no. The majority of people are, because the ridership has dropped like at least half, if not a little bit more. But there are people that are joyriding and taking advantage. Certain bus systems are free, so some people are just jumping on the bus because they're bored. You know, then the homeless, we have a lot of homeless people, especially in California. I think California has one of the highest homeless rates in the country, probably due to the weather. It's probably easier to survive outdoors. But I have had some routes where I'll get like 7 or 8 just homeless people with all their bags, and that's all I'm transporting. Wow. On certain routes. But they have nowhere else to go because most restaurants and stores, you know, stores are limiting the amount of people that can come in, and most restaurants are just doing carry out or curbside service. So they would go hang out like at a Starbucks or somewhere, but they have nowhere to go. So they're jumping on the buses and the trains now. And a lot of drivers are a little nervous about that, you know, thinking about their health and their safety, because a lot of them are not wearing masks. And, you know, of course, there's sanitizing issues as well.
Is there anything to help them, like to help the homeless there? Anything?
I mean, there's some shelters here, but they fill up really quickly, so the space is limited. So I haven't seen really too many extra programs going on to help them. So I'm not sure exactly what they're doing. And the media, if there's something going on, the media is not really covering what's going on with the homeless community. It's just things that I see driving the bus. So I'm not sure. It's almost like they've been forgotten, but they're important too.
Lives are lives at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You see, and this is what people don't seem to understand. The thing is, this, I mean, over here, the homeless situation, I mean, I can only speak for London. Majority, it's what we've been told, of homeless people have been actually given accommodation in hotels and B&Bs and this, that, and the other. But that's a lot of them don't want to be there. To be fair, some people that are homeless, they like being homeless. They don't want to be there. A lot of people are homeless through choice, and some of their arguments is, well, if I was outside to start with, and you're telling us that it's spreadable within enclosed spaces, why are you putting me into an enclosed space?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so it swings and roundabouts. It's sad, really.
Yeah.
You know, but more's the question. What I want to find out is what your opinion of you. Sorry for laughing. So, Mr. Trump, I'm not going to call him president because I've gone past the point of calling the guy president. Mr. Trump. I think he's only taken hydroxychloroquine because it's probably the longest word he's ever been able to say without using an assistant. All right. So it's So it's like, we're taking. I'm taking it. I'm taking it. We're taking it for 2 weeks now. Hydroxychloroquine. You know, it's good. So many good things have been said about hydroxy, and a lot of people in the front line they're using it. They know it's good stuff. You know, hydroxychloroquine because it stops the virus from China.
But they've already said that it's not that effective. They actually found another drug that they've been using that's more effective in treating people. So I don't understand why he keeps pushing that. Let me tell you, we're embarrassed
it can
right
kill
now.
You. But it can kill you. This is what I don't. I think the guy's embarrassed. He's a special case, man.
He is. And
Chris, I think some of my viewers would love you to do that Trump accent again.
Yeah, that was really good.
Oh man, see, I was streaming this for some reason. I can't stream this. I'm recording this. So
okay.
Yeah, I see. I don't know. It kind of came off the cuff, you know. It just fell out. And I can't do it on command. You see.
Right. But I don't understand. He never wears a mask anywhere, or he doesn't take any sort of precautions.
The reason why he doesn't wear a mask. Okay, so first of all, he says, okay, if you inject bleach into your anus, you'll be protected. Okay, and then he says, yeah, but UV light, UV sunlight, it can protect you. So what he does, right? He doesn't use a mask. He spends all of his time in the tanning booth, which is why his eyes are constantly white, and he gets oranger every day.
Yeah.
So he's I don't know.
It's an embarrassment. I'm just, it's an embarrassment. Most of us do not co-sign with what's going on with all that stuff. And there's so much going on right now with that. So many a lot of the protesters are protesting, but they're also holding up their Trump signs. And he's speaking, he's like encouraging them. And he's like, these are really good people. These are really good Americans. They just want their freedom back. And the governors, you guys need to listen to them. That's what the president is telling.
He's probably saying, I take hydroxychloroquine because I take it because it's the best thing that anyone can do ever. And I take it because I'm the only person that can do this, and I'm the best at taking hydroxy.
Yes.
In fact, I can
everything's always the best.
I can pronounce hydroxychloroquine, and it's made in America. It's made in the United States. It's there. It's good. We make it here. We do everything best and make America great again.
Oh my God.
And
just that make America great again term for a lot of African Americans. We're like, when was America great? Because if we go back in history, like what time period do you want to go back to? Because it didn't work out so well for a lot of people back in the day.
No.
So there's so many racist undertones with that slogan. So, it's a really interesting time that we're in, even before the pandemic.
Yeah, see, make America great again. See, I've never been to the States. I would love to go and visit that amazing country. So many beautiful places, so many amazing states.
This is true.
For me, I've always known America to be the place to go if you really want a great vacation. Go and check out one of the amazing American states. But I've never known America to be, how can I put it? Because you put it in a great way. Just it's like, when has America actually been great? Because if you put it back to history, America was not a nice place to be for, like yourself, an African-American man. I mean, go back 50, 60 years, it wasn't ideal for a black man to be in America. To be fair, it was the same here in the UK. And that's not, you see, and what does he want to go back to?
That's what we're all asking. So it's real interesting. Just trying to get through it.
Anton.
We are in uncertain times at the moment. I've never known anything like it.
Yes, we are.
And I don't know when it's going to stop, and I don't know it's weird. It's just a weird time that we're living in, and I'm grateful for like the basics, like my food, roof over my head, nice hot shower, running water, clean, electricity's always on when you press the button. I think it's just the basics. Like I realize in the UK we have had it good for many years. Even though people can complain here, when you go to other countries, you see how bad it can be. And here, I mean, the fact that obviously, a lot of people are coming here because I know obviously with the benefit system, if you just make it onto the shore, they're like kissing the ground because it's like we've made it, and it's the fact that I suppose it's good that we can help people, especially those that are less able, but I think it's my thing is, I've worked since I was 11. I was a paper boy, and it's just been good that I've worked a lot of my life. And I think if everyone works, then we're all a better place. I'm not saying everyone can work, but I know there are probably some people that take advantage of the system, and it's the fact that, it's just if a lot of people are maybe taking advantage of the system, then it's going to make us, the workers, work harder. And I think the system can be abused, and not many countries in the world that actually can offer the help that we do and everyone's trying to get here, you know, and you know, but every country's got its good and bad, you know, with all the different cultures and everything, and then, you know.
Very true.
Cool. Can I just ask one question?
Yeah, of course. Go for it, Andre.
So I've got one viewer asked me on my channel from Bradley McCann. He says to me, can you ask Anton his views on the Enviro 400 EVUS and what is his thoughts on them?
Enviro's
400 EVS.
Is that electric vehicle?
Bradley, can you say yes?
S. What's the S? Wait a minute. What's the S?
Let me just type it in Google.
No, is it like the bus on the 43, the electric bus?
Bradley, put yes. Is that yes or no?
What's my impression of it?
Yeah.
Well, actually, is that the one me and you, Andre, went on in October for the Bus and Coach Expo, which I still I haven't worked. I've had some very good help from our anonymous cameraman and editor, who is not Andre, by the way. Some people think it's Andre. He will be making an appearance. Actually, let's just say he'll be making an appearance anyway. But he's worked very hard on some of my videos last year, the ones that look amazing, the ones that have music and everything. I don't have a clue how to do that. He's very good at what he does. And the only thing is we worked on, I think this is probably our third video me and my anonymous cameraman and editor worked on. He's a bus driver in London, actually. And the only thing is I think when I've done my own videos, I kind of have an idea maybe how I'm going to maybe layer the video out, or in terms of my mind, not editorially, but like I layer it in terms of like a story. I think a lot of my videos are like that. And I know the videos that we've worked on, I've not properly looked at the video, and I've realised I've said things 2 or 3 times. And even I remember my mum and other people saying, why have you said that twice, Anton? And I'm thinking, yeah. And I realised that obviously from this last video, it's 36 minutes long. It is a very good video. I've said things 2 or 3 times, and it's a combination of my videos that I've done with his, and we've edited it together. Well, you know, and I need to obviously go through it and make sure that we don't say too many things at once. We previously had about 4 or 5 videos, and I think it's best to chunk it down into one big video for the Bus and Coach Expo, and then there's a second video about meeting the subscribers, which again I didn't plan on because I just wasn't thinking I'm going to see the subscribers there. I just thought let's just see if we can get to the Bus and Coach Expo, and I didn't plan for it. And to be honest, I was looking forward to this year, but this year might not happen. So you know, me and Andre went on an electric vehicle, double decker, and that was great. And also we went on, I think, a single decker bus that drove by itself, which you might have seen, the Flat Cap Driver Drive. They did a video last year on it. And then was there another video? There was a lot of stuff inside the expo that I didn't make time for. So I felt for me quite bad. I thought, oh man, this is so bad. I spent so many hours outside of the expo looking at a couple of the buses and talking to the subs, and I only allowed about 30-40 minutes for the inside. And when I went in, a lot of people had closed them and gone. And I was like, oh man, I've planned this bad. So, but still, it was a good day out. And Andre, thank you for driving up.
Yeah, sure.
You know, and it was great. You know, and yeah, just the fact that, you know, it's teamwork. It's the fact that we all got involved, and even now, just thanks, Chris, Andre, you know, just for setting this up. See Bus Driver Live for the first time. I never spoke to K1 ever, you know, so all people watching this, I've never spoke to K1. I might have messaged on his videos, but never seen him.
Yeah.
K1, I do apologise. You're a YouTuber, correct?
Yes, but I'm new, so I'm just getting started in this. I have 380 subscribers, so I'm just.
Do you know what? Every single sub counts.
They do. I appreciate all of them.
Oh yeah, same here.
Can I just?
I've literally only just hit today 1,300, and I'm still not monetized. I go live like 4 times a week. I very, very rarely do a pre-record. I'm always live, and I'm still not monetized. And you got Andre sitting here next to me. This guy is monetized. You got Double Decker Anton down here. He's monetized. It's like you're probably going to get there before me, because bus driving as a YouTube topic is really popular. Now, I'm a bus driver, you see, and I could have done that. I could have gone down the YouTube in bus driving thing, but I vary my streams. You see, everything I talk about is topical, it's related to what's happening in the news. But I think you're going to overtake me very, very quickly, because just one, it's the sort of luck that I get, but two, you look like you got that kind of camera presence about you as well.
I appreciate that. I'm still getting used to that.
You're welcome. You're welcome. One thing I'm going to say though is, like I said to Anton, like I've said to Andre, give it to yourself as well. When you're talking to people in the camera, when you're talking to them live, like now, for example, don't talk directly to the camera like you're looking at a machine.
Mm-hmm.
So camera like you're talking to a person. You see, even when you know there's no one there, there's no one literally physically in front of you, I speak directly to the camera as if I'm talking to like yourself. I'm speaking directly to you.
Right.
And I think a lot of people can relate to that, because if you can speak directly to someone, even though there's no one there, then it I don't know,
it's more natural.
Yeah. It flows better.
Can I just add in?
That's good advice.
Zara Random Videos has put on saying a comment, a lovely comment. She says, "I'm watching Guys and Fools and Horses on DVD. Has anyone seen that?"
No.
Only Fools and Horses. Come on, everyone watched. I watched that when I was a kid.
Yes, Anton.
Only
Come
Fools
on.
and Horses.
In fact, David Jason married a woman from Murfield, which is near Huddersfield, where I live. David Jason married a woman from Murfield, near where I live. So
it's my daughter right there, guys.
Cool. I got.
Oh, hello.
Very nice to meet
you.
you.
Kaywin's daughter. Hello.
Daughter, Nia.
Oh.
Hello, Nia.
In the shot.
Hey.
Hey. How you doing?
She's 9 years old.
Oh wow.
She has a YouTube channel as well.
Oh really?
She does toys and slime and all that stuff.
Hey.
And I get to dress. Yeah, and I get to dress up and play silly characters, so I can act as goofy as I want to. So it's a lot of fun.
Oh, I like that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Cool. I've got an 11-year-old and a 5-year-old. So
okay,
magic.
That's cool.
Yeah, magic times, man. Magic times.
Yeah.
Quick question.
You see.
Quick question to Keyone. Michael's asked me a good question. What transit districts in the US do you work with? What kind of buses do you work with, or what kind of transit or buses? Is there like?
I drive.
Yeah.
I drive city bus, public transit. I drive in Sacramento. I don't want to say which one. I try to be, but it's in the Sacramento region. Sacramento is the capital of California. So I drive for one of the major transit systems in Sacramento. And the two model buses I drive a Gillick and Orion. And Orion is actually out of business now. They used to be owned by Chrysler. And then a bus company called New Flyer, I believe they took over Orion or whatever. So yeah, those are the two models that I drive. And they're all CNG buses, compressed natural gas or whatever. No diesel.
Is that like the RV1?
Oh, okay.
That's hydrogen, isn't it? We used to have it on the RV1.
Yeah, I think so. And it's no diesel or anything like that. I guess the whole state of California, all buses have to be CNG. So
that's good. Pushing to be carbon neutral then, yeah.
Yeah, and actually the company I work for, we just got 6 electric buses. I haven't been trained on them yet, so I don't, but I'm looking forward to driving them, seeing what it's like.
Cool. Just another question. Do you guys have any double-decker buses in America?
Yes, but they're very rare. Most cities don't have them, but I believe Las Vegas has some double-deckers. And then
it's funny about that, because I know the double-decker buses in Vegas actually come from London.
Yeah, they're in Enviros, aren't they? And is that how you say it, Enviro? Yeah. And then also there's a smaller city out here about 45 minutes away from Sacramento, Davis, California. They have a transit system that's operated by the college, the major university there, UC Davis, University of California, Davis. The students operate the transit system there, and they have double deckers. They actually have some of the old Route Master double deckers from London that they restored and refurbished that they run on some of their routes. And they have some of the more modern, up-to-date double deckers as well. I actually want to go out there and ride some of the buses because I've seen them, but I've never actually rode on them out there. So
Enviro 500, is it? They have the triple axle, is it? It's called the Enviro 500.
Yeah, the Enviro 5 or the Enviro 6. It's one, it's the 5 or the 6. They're triaxle.
Yeah, the 500.
So yeah, there's
a lot of big buses
systems.
there. Well, there's a Sydney in Sydney, because I was there obviously a few years before I came back and was bus driving here. When I wanted to get away from England, so I'm glad I went away. I remember there they had just single deckers, but I remember I think they had Scanias. I think in Perth they had Renault buses. I remember in Sydney they had Scania and I think Mercedes Benz. I think the old ones.
Scania,
but I know that they've got triaxle double deckers, which actually have the double axle at the front on the front wheelbase. They have like the double axle on the front wheel, and then the back wheel is just like one, like a normal double deck, and that's amazing. Wow. And that's in Sydney, so I'd love to travel on those. They were only brought in the last couple of years, so for the Australians to have double decker buses in Sydney is pretty cool, actually. And they had the odd double decker Atlantean there. I remember from the engine sound back in 1999, 2000. There was an old one or two maybe open top double decker Atlanteans, I think. I remember. So yeah.
Yeah, I've got to get to London. I want to come hang out in London. It looks like a cool place. So
yeah, you know, it's easy for me to be complacent about the place because I live here, been here my whole life. But
come to Yorkshire. Look, there you go. That's my Yorkshire T-shirt.
Oh, okay.
London's good. The thing is, it's very touristy because a lot of people want to see like the Tower of London, Tower Bridge, Big Ben, all that kind of touristy stuff, and it's like, yeah, it's cool. It's good to see that sort of thing, but go out and about, go and see places that are out of the way because you'll be surprised. It's not that different from anywhere else, really. You know, but it's just go and soak it in. If you're going to see London, get on a bus and go somewhere out of central London. You know, go and see what it's like, you know.
Yeah, I'd have to spend probably a week or two there or something like that.
Yeah.
So I can really, but yeah, even from the bus driver perspective, you know, hearing Anton and Andre and Chris, like hearing some of your bus driver stories, I'm like, wow, we deal with the exact same stuff here in America.
Man.
Like, it's like, it's crazy.
See,
but it's really cool. It's like we're all connected that way.
Yeah. So we all have our problem. And for me, I mean, I've not actually driven a bus. See, my story is a bit unique compared to the other guys here because I've actually been, since August last year, I've only worked for 5 weeks because I've been off medically for medical reasons. I had the big C. And only just recently, I'm in remission from that now.
Yeah,
that's good.
Thank you. So one of my big problems, I mean, I was driving a bus for 5 weeks before being on this lockdown, ridiculous, is I thought I'd be kind of cool with it because you only live once, you know, calm down sort of thing. But people that don't want to pay their damn bus fare, see now, the type of bus I drive those new Route Masters, the 3 doors. Yeah, so you got stairs in the middle, stairs at the back, you got a door at the front, door at the middle, door at the back. You can get on everywhere, you see, and you can pay your bus fare everywhere. And before we had these buses, you see, I'd drive up to a bus stop like that. I'd look at the people at the bus stop, and they'd look at me, looking at them, and they'd be like, "Nah, I'll get the next bus," because I don't tolerate that kind of that. I'm not going to swear. I swear a lot, but I'm not going to swear on this video. Right. So they look at me, looking at them, looking at me, looking at them, and they'll be like, "Yeah, I'll get the next one," because I never, ever let people ride for free. Okay, never. And when we got these new buses in, of course, they can get on anywhere on the bus. They looked at me and went like that.
Man.
So of course, when we got them, I was like, "Yeah, can the guy in the red T-shirt?" I'm on the announcement. Like, "Can the guy on the red T-shirt please come back down the stairs and pay your bus fare?" And they'd be like, "Well, me."
The only guy with a red T-shirt.
Everyone would, and everyone would look at this guy and he'd be like, "Dude, what are you calling me out for?" And I'd be like, "Dude, pay your damn bus fare." I'm not paying my bus fare. I ain't driving the bus. I'm still not paying my bus fare. I still ain't driving the bus. I get paid to sit here all day. I don't care. See? So I think I need to let it. Yeah, I kind of need to let that go a little bit because I don't really care anymore, to be fair. And I've been doing the job for like nearly 10 years now. and I can feel myself giving myself a hernia just from the stress.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't care either. The thing that makes me mad about the situation is the fact that they instantly turn into a victim. Like the bus drivers are victimizing them by asking you to pay your fare. It's like, dude, just pay your fare. When you go to get any sort of goods or services, you have to pay for it. So if you would just pay, I wouldn't say anything. The only reason I'm saying something is because you didn't pay. So that's what annoys me.
So what I've found quite funny, or Andre, nice picture, by the way. What I also find on the buses that I drive, right, is they'll say, yeah, I'll touch my bus pass on before I leave, or I'll pay for it later, blah, 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 blah. My argument is, you're not going to go into a supermarket, pick up milk, drink it, and then go to the till and say, yeah, I'll pay for it later. No. You pay for your damn stuff before you have it.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they'll say like, well, it's only a couple of dollars. Why are you making such a big deal over a couple of dollars? I'm like, well, actually, if you're making the big deal. If it's only a couple of dollars, have it.
The thing is, though, if it's only a couple of dollars, and yet 2,000 people across the city do that in a day, that's $4,000. You see, that's a lot of money every day that's being lost out, and they don't understand that. But that money goes towards your wage, it goes towards my wage, it goes towards running the buses, the diesel, the energy, the insurance, all because of $2, or in here £1.50. You see, it's it adds up, and they don't understand that.
Yeah. I do like that you guys have the Oyster card, like everything is cashless. I wish it was that way here, because people still get on the bus searching for their cash. It's
not just Oyster card. You can also use your contactless bank card as well. Costs exactly the same. Yeah, so that's
my backup. In case I lose my staff pass, that's my backup in case I need to go home or whatever.
Oh, okay. We just implemented a system like the Oyster card. We have a like a card that they tap onto the screen as well, but we still accept cash. And still the majority of the boardings are cash. So it's going to take a while, I guess, for people to get used to that new system.
See,
but the cash thing is annoying.
We stopped taking cash.
6th of July, 2014. July,
that's the one. See,
I have them little things I hand out to people. I don't know if I have one. It's these little things that you hand out that we got about 6 years ago, and we had hundreds each, and we hand them out, and it says that, London buses no longer accept cash.
Yeah. But what I didn't like when we were taking cash is, at the end of the day, I mean, I could be going back to my depot after having a driver changeover, and I'd be walking back with like £350 in my pocket. You see, I don't like that. You get a guy come up behind me, like, give you money, take it. I don't care.
Right.
I don't care. You see, and the thing is, it's good that it's contactless now with no cash, because I'm not touching money ever again. Ever.
Right.
Me and Anton's had this conversation quite recently, actually. Now, I don't want to touch money for at least the next 6 months, because I don't trust it.
Right.
Dirty. It's dirty. So you got to think, how many people lick their hands, touch money? No.
Well, I have women getting on the bus pulling money out their bra and putting it in there. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like all sorts of stuff. So
really?
Yeah, seriously. I've had that happen a few times. I'm like,
I've got one question for you, actually. One person's asked me, Kieran, here. He's asked me, do you guys give up free travel at the moment due to COVID-19 in the States of America?
Well, it depends on the transit system. There are some that have just completely stopped fare. Where I work at, we are still collecting fare, unfortunately, because what happens is people we're boarding from the rear of the bus, but they're still walking all the way up to the front. They're not coming to the fare box, which is right next to us, but they have this other little box off to the side that they're putting money in, but they're still coming up there. So it's crazy. But a lot of systems have suspended fares. But they're bringing the fares back now in a lot of states because people are taking advantage of it. So they're like, you know what? Just pay.
Okay, what kind of precautions are your respective bus companies taking to protect the drivers? This is a question purely from me, but I think a lot of viewers on Andre's channel and this channel might appreciate you answering.
Most states in America have started rear door boarding, and they are kind of taping off. You can't go past, you can't come up to the front in most places, especially places that are not accepting fare. And only people that can come through the front door are, we have to board wheelchairs through the front door and people with walkers and canes like that. And we have masks. Most places have given masks and gloves. Now, I don't really do gloves, but and they give out hand sanitizer. So that's pretty much what's going on. At my place, they have put up a this little plexiglass screen because we're not covered. Certain systems have a shield around them, kind of like how you guys are closed in, but a lot of transit systems in America don't. We're just out in the open. So where I'm at, they have put this little, they threw it together, but they're trying. They put this little
like plexiglass kind of thing. Yeah,
but it's real flimsy, but at least they're trying. But anyway, that's pretty much what they've done so far. And we're limiting, only about 10 people can ride at a time. And once the bus gets full, they have other buses ready to come and pick up the additional people. So that's what they're doing.
Over here, it's mainly London buses that have we call it the assault screen. But a lot of other buses elsewhere in the country, they don't have that either. Now, for me, even if I wasn't medically furloughed, I still wouldn't be comfortable driving without that barrier there. I wouldn't like it. I mean, not being funny, that assault screen isn't to protect me, it's to protect you. Because if you get on my bus and you're rude to me and you start giving you come at me, I'm gonna hit you back. So it's not to protect me, it's to protect you. So, you know, it's that for me, that screen needs to be there anyway. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah, we really need it. We've had drivers assaulted at my company. A few months ago, I had a guy get punched in the mouth over a fare dispute. We've had several drivers, people like to spit for some reason out here. So they love spitting. And a lot of times they'll target a lot of the female drivers. A lot of people, they'll shove them, but they always run off the bus after they do it. They don't stand there. They'll shove you or punch you or spit, and then they run off the bus. And I'm like,
see,
where are you going so fast?
Anton and Andre can agree. I can agree with you too, okay? It is quite possibly the worst, if not one of the worst things you can do to anybody. Spitting. Sorry if I keep looking this way because my screen's here and my phone's here, so that's cool. I'm talking to you. But no, spitting for me is easily one of my top 5 worst things you can do to any bus driver or anyone, period. Yes, that's not right. That's not good.
Yeah, disgusting.
No, man.
The worst. I mean, I remember, I think with me, it was, I actually remember the date, I think it was April 24th, 2014, I think. I remember it well. I mean, it's the second time I was spat on, but I remember that this guy, the way he did it, I knew he'd done it before, and I was just shocked at how he did it. And I don't know, and the fact that nobody else helped me, there was like 1 or 2 ladies that said, "Are you all right?" and everyone else complained, and I was like, and again, it was just a shock. I actually dealt with it very well because I know some people want to get out or maybe hit somebody, whatever, but I just thought, I was just shocked. And I made a note calmly, the guy walking away, how he was dressed, even though there was vehicles parked down the road, and I was trying to find what he looked like, how he was, call the police, trying to follow the procedure. Policeman came within a few minutes on the bike, amazingly, near London Bridge. And I remember just, it was, one stop after London Bridge. And I remember what happened was, I found out, the guy, I think a few people weren't happy the bus before me had missed. So the driver before me, who decided to pass everyone for some reason, I don't know if the load of buses parked up and he went past them. This driver didn't pick up the passengers, and then obviously everyone took out on me. And if they would have said that, why did the bus miss at the beginning, I would have been a lot more calm and patient. But this guy lost it with me, and I told him to get off, and then he spat, and I was like, I couldn't believe it. And I was down for a few hours. I really was low, and I remember it was like,
well, it's an assault, isn't it? You're being assaulted.
Yes,
100%. Andy, good to have you back.
Oh, well, again.
I just got to my 10 minutes there and I've got 25 minutes sitting here before I need to go again, so I thought I'd jump back on, see how you're doing. Hold on, can you hear me? Hello?
I can't see Andy.
Yep, how you doing?
Oh yeah, there we go.
Hey.
Sorry, Dre, what was that question?
Hey?
What was that question you just put on the chat? It pops off the screen quick.
Yeah, I'm putting these questions. I don't know if you guys have seen them.
I can't see anything.
Basically, okay, there's one question. DZ Automotive is from your garage, Chris and Anton.
Oh, yeah?
I forgot his name now. I forgot his real name. But he asked me a good question, by the way. Anton, do you play the announcement social distancing on the iBus NDT?
Yeah, I've not done it as much as I do try and get people upstairs. If I notice there's loads of seats upstairs and everyone's coming downstairs, I actually press seats available on the upper deck. It's my most famous button. I love pressing that, even before this all happened, because I wanted people, I don't want too much crowding downstairs. But I do social distancing. I haven't pressed it as much as I could. I know that there's another announcement constantly playing as well from the automatic. There's that automatic message every bus stop plays, and if you get to every bus stop every minute, it's constantly going on the bus, isn't it? So, yeah, I do press that. Not loads, but I do use that texting system. Kane, I don't know if you know, we have like a text messaging system in the bus that we can press for our passengers, and also another text messaging system that we can message our iBus, which is the company controllers, that control all the routes. So, recently we've got something where you can use like a Samsung phone, where you can take a picture of something like if there's a fault on the bus, send it straight to the engineers, and they can deal with it there instead of them having to come all the way out to you if you say I'm not driving the bus or whatever. So it kind of deals with things a lot quicker than But yeah, the social distancing thing, I do press it, but I try and get people up the stairs so that it's all spaced out. But it is getting a lot busier on the bus, and we need to probably go to a service where there's a lot more buses running, because people are going back to work. They need to pay the bills.
Well,
they're going to eat.
I was saying to Chris earlier, there was a news story there in Glasgow that First Glasgow are going to be reducing passengers on the bus by 75%, which on a double decker would take you about 15 passengers per bus.
Wow.
And that's as of Monday. Coming Monday. So we have a different machine from you, because I know you don't take pay or anything. We've got a machine called Ticketer. And they're going to add a feature into that you can, it's basically a little clicker, so you can click when one goes on and one goes off. And once you've got the max amount of numbers, you have to drive past bus stops, apparently. So I'm being told. But we'll see what happens on Monday.
And how long's that
driving past going, bye.
Yeah, I mean, you know what Glasgow likes a city. If you drive past someone trying to get to the work, you're not going to be their best friend, are you?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
When you've got a full bus at the best of times, you're driving down the street. You see people at the bus stop doing this.
Yeah. Glasgow's not one of the best areas to be driving a bus in the normal circumstances, never mind when things like this are going on, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm going to take it as it comes, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's gonna be tough. Like, especially if it was say winter time, it was wet, dark, and it's raining, windy, cold. People just want to get to work or back, and people are gonna find it hard to get to work and get home, or if they have to meet the kids after school, and all that. It's gonna be. I don't know what's gonna happen next few weeks.
Quickly, I can actually maybe show you the machine that we've got here. I don't know if any of you have actually seen it before. Can I flip my camera? Is that an issue? Is that a thing?
I can't see Andy. I can only see Ford. Where's Andy? I can't see Andy on the screen.
I can see Andy.
Hold on. Let me get rid of my virtual background.
Andy, we're not live on my channel anymore. My channel decided.
Yeah, I've seen that. So this is the machine we use here. I'm going to click in. So it's called Ticketer. So they'll add in a little thing that you can just click and add.
We still need that here in London.
Yeah, we've had these for a couple of years now, but they're absolutely brilliant because you could.
Is there any chance? Can I screenshot? What machine is that, by the way, Andy?
It's called Ticketer.
Too expensive for transport for London. That's
what's the name of that?
Ticketer.
Ticketer.
You just up the top there. Yeah, it's a one big machine. So you've got your driver's thing over here. This is your contact list, and it will say like when you put a price in up here, and your ticket.
Do you know, I'm going to tell my Abellio managers to see whether we might be the very first ones to go and get that.
See, because they're brilliant, because they've got all your emails from the depot all come through, so we don't use the radios anymore. Everything's done through text message on this. So like your message come up, you've got the option you can like, if you want to read something instead of having to print it off, you can print the message and it'll come out in a big ticket. And everything, or you can compose a message and it'll say here, so you've got emergency, involved in an accident, urgent driver message, unable to uplift, broken down, driver message. So the driver messages are used for like if you're just running late, stuff like that. You're broken down, and then emergencies and stuff like that. So don't have any radios in here anymore. It's literally just all just through this one machine.
Guys on watching my channel,
radio free.
He is on a nice Enviro 400.
Yeah, they're free just now. Let me jump outside.
Yeah. We don't get the good stuff in London. A lot of people think London gets all the good stuff because we're the capital. Nah.
Hey, it's nice to have new buses. I waited years for new buses. When I was in Huddersfield, we had the oldest buses in the UK. We had the most amount of Leyland Atlanteans in the UK, about 40. And we bought some from Manchester for £5 each. I'm not kidding you. We bought them for £5. And I love driving the old buses. I
don't know if you have on our buses, your two front seats are right here. And at first they weren't cordoned. You see now this is cordoned off. None of this was cordoned off before. So drivers were like getting like the high vises and lying them down, so people didn't sit there until the point now they've got the messages up.
Yeah. Okay, just for a bit of reference, what Anton was saying about how old the buses he drives are. God made heaven and earth in 6 days, and on Sunday made those buses.
Wow, that's how old they are.
No, they've all gone now. We had some new buses, but I remember we had 2003. We had some white Scanias on loan. And I remember people said, "Oh wow, I thought it was a coach coming down the road." And then at the last second, they realised it was a bus and put the hand out. And we had some Scanias on loan for 3 months, and that was amazing. And then finally, in late 2004, after nearly 3 years of me driving there, we had brand new Volvo single-decker right-bodied, double-deckers, and eventually single-deckers. And so it was great to finally drive the old buses in 2002, because if I would have started 3 or 4 years later, I would have missed all the buses I got on as a kid. So, you know.
Well, as I said to Chris earlier, when I first started driving about 2 years ago, the bus that I learned to drive and pass my test in was 2 years older than I was at the time. I think I was just turning 19, and the bus was like 21-year-old, so it was. But we still have a lot of them in Glasgow. We're just starting to get new buses. But obviously all that's on hold just now because of this virus.
Before, man, buses that are old enough to drink.
Yeah, the thing is, a lot of them are good, but and it's good to be able to drive a bus that's older than you, I suppose.
I like a mixture of old, middle, new.
There's a bunch of old American buses I wish I can go back and drive. The GMC new look bus they call it the Fishbowl bus. That's an iconic American bus that I want to drive one day. I rode on that when I was a little kid. Nice, strong diesel engine. So yeah, hopefully I can go to one of these. There's a lot of like bus enthusiasts that get together that actually own buses, like old buses that they've restored.
Yeah, we know.
Hopefully I can get a chance to, become friends with them and drive one of their buses. We'll see.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
See, at least ride on the bus.
Yeah, for nostalgia's sake, for it more than anything. Yeah, exactly.
The bus that made me want to become a bus driver was 6300 in Huddersfield, and it was like in dark maroon and cream. It was like celebrating an anniversary of buses and trams in Huddersfield. And for me, that's when I was 4 or 5 years old and I saw that, I got excited and I was like, it was the best thing.
We just recently had, about 4 or 5 months ago, had the 125-year anniversary of public transport, or whatever it was in Glasgow, and first designed three of the old vehicle liveries from like the 80s, the 70s and stuff like that. And on that day of 125, we had an open day in our depot. So they brought all the old buses over, and the kind of new buses that they painted to look like old buses, all parked beside them. Absolutely brilliant, and it was good driving the new ones that looked like the old, that they'd been painted like the older ones. When you're driving them through the city centre, and all the older people who seen them back in their day, they see them driving down the road, they're all turning around taking pictures of you and stuff like that. That was quite an enjoyable time period for first being there.
So one of the weirdest things is driving around London, right? You get through certain key locations, and I know Andre and Anton can understand where I'm coming from. It's like, I'll drive the number Route 12. Yeah, I'll go straight down Whitehall past number 10. I'll turn left. I'll go past Big Ben, over Westminster Bridge, iconic places. You'll see the same guys there every single day around at Trafalgar Square with their cameras, great big 2,000-pound cameras. It's like, do you know, my thing, right? What I do, as I'm driving, I hang my arm out the window. I'm like,
yeah. We get
I give them that.
The bus station.
I give them that.
The bus station every day. We get them.
Yeah, just do that. It's bus spotters. And when you see it on the website, you'll be like, "That's me."
We always, when we first got our brand new airport buses, the day that they were on the road, we had guys travelling up from London, Manchester, all around the UK, and they were coming on our buses just to ride down to the airport and back to the bus station because they were brand new that very day. And I mean, a return ticket on the airport bus is like £14, and they were paying £14 just to have a ride on the bus.
Andre's just asked a question. I'm assuming it's from one of your viewers, Andre. What's your view on speed cap buses? I don't know. Speed cap buses in London or speed cap buses in general?
Yeah, what I mean by that is because I've got in a lot of people asking right now, saying, "Bus driver driving too slow. Driver, hurry up!" Now, I want to express this in depth. Now, Abellio is going to be probably one of the first companies to reduce down accidents. So I wanted to really elaborate that. I want, after I said this, I want probably either Anton or either Chris to actually elaborate what their company's going to do.
If I could be so kind as to answer that for you.
Yeah. So basically, our company has these new buses in our garage, the Cataranos, if I pronounce that right.
Titano, is it?
Citaro.
Portuguese.
It's Portuguese. The buses
Titano.
The buses are really lovely to drive, guys, but it's very heavy steering. You get USB sockets, everything on there. The technology on there is more advanced than the LT Route Masters, the Enviro 400s. When you have a speed limit that says 20, now Arriva's got this, especially the 468. For those who live in South London, the 468 bus service runs from Elephant Castle to South Croydon, and their buses are restricted to 20 miles an hour when the road is 20. When it's 20, the bus will go at 20. When it's 30, the bus will go at 30. So my views on it, it's better in one way because then I'm not so far away from my leader, because obviously we've got to go with the headway. But then again, it does have its problems because then I don't think it's so good in such a way where it may delay the passenger. The passenger could be in a rush.
My opinion on this. My opinion on this is GPS based speed limiting is what it is. So the GPS on the bus knows exactly where you are in any given speed limit at any given time, and it will put a restriction on the power going from the engine to the wheels based on where you are. And I like that because one, it will stop you getting points on your license, and two, it's safer for everybody involved. But three, more than anything, is it helps to maintain a better service. And what I mean by that, for your listeners or viewers that are watching and listening, is buses in London. I'm not sure about America or in Scotland, but in London we run on what's called headway. So a headway is a time between buses. So if you've got my bus here, you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a fifth bar here. and that would represent on my route 7 minutes, which means every bus has to run 7 minutes apart on a 7-minute headway. If there is a speed restriction and all buses are driving to the same speed and you can't go any faster than that, it helps to maintain that 5-bar headway or that 7-minute gap, which means there's a more regular service without buses getting too close to each other and punching up and bunching, which is good for the service really, and it also helps passengers get along with, because we all know the saying, you wait for a bus for an hour and then 3 or 4 buses come at the same time. This helps to alleviate that. And obviously, if there's a restriction on speed, it also helps to, buses regulate traffic basically, because we're so big.
Yeah.
If cars that are driving really, really fast down the road, where's it going to get them? It's going to get them to the next set of traffic lights. You see, so if buses are regulating the speed of traffic and everything's moving in a more harmonious way, theoretically it should help to ease congestion as well. So I'm a fan of it.
I'll just show you this just now, just on your point about your how London works compared to other places. In Glasgow, we run on what's called timing points. So along your one route, you might have about 10 timing points, and you can't leave a timing point early. That's
QSI points here.
Yeah,
like
so
Yorkshire,
this is what our sheets look like. I'll just show you just now. So if you can see that there, where am I? I'm just got to this place called Eaglesham here, right? So on my way up to a place called Broom Hill, you can see how many different timing points I've got along there. But at this current time, because of the lack of cars on the road, and obviously the lack of passenger numbers, our timing points, you arrive at a timing point 3 and 4 minutes early, and you're having to wait at each timing point along the route. So you could be stopped maybe 10 times for 3 to 4 minutes each time. And that's you sitting at every single timing point. So we've obviously, everyone's slowing the speed down, but then is it safe to really be doing 15 miles an hour along the road? You know what I mean? So you need to kind of find the balance where do you drive at a normal safe speed of the speed limit, like 25, 30 miles an hour, or do you slow right down and not be early at any stops? And there's my bus just about to shut itself down. Give me 2 seconds.
Isolation.
Oh no, I'm locked out of the cab. Hold on.
Your bus is isolating itself.
Yeah.
So, Andre, do you have any more questions from your subscribers? I'm gonna have to end this call in the next 5 to 10 minutes or so because I need to go to bed, man.
Guys. So guys, start throwing questions now because I'm gonna probably switch off soon. So give it about 10 minutes.
Just a wee point, Chris. As you were, assuming you were talking about obviously your speed limits and stuff like that. And on your buses in London, do you have a thing called Green Road?
No.
Yeah, it's that dotted thing. You know, them. You know, if you accelerate too fast, brake. You know,
we have this little device here, right?
Oh, that.
Yeah, it's called Green Road, and basically that monitors everything you do, the way you drive, brake.
Put that on one bus in my garage.
Yeah.
And that is what controls your speed, right? It doesn't control the speed, but if you go 33 miles, 34 miles an hour for more than 30 seconds, that sends it straight to a manager.
Yeah.
But it's a bit of a flawed system, guys, because the only reason I know this is it's satellite. So it's pinged up off the satellite, obviously, and back down to your bus to where that is to see where you are. So one day I was driving back home on the motorway, heading back to the depot. So I'm doing 56 miles an hour. And when that's pinged, my bus from the whatever it goes from, it's pinged me onto a main road beside the motorway, which is a 30 mile an hour zone. So my manager's instantly got an alert saying that I'm doing 56 mile an hour on a 30 road. And pulled me in the next day and went through me for it. I'm going, I would remember doing like nearly 60 mile an hour in a normal street. And then when it was all investigated, it turned out it was on the motorway. So that's the only way I think they kind of things don't work 100%, and you can never be sure if someone has actually been speeding or it's a mistake from them.
Fair enough.
Sorry, I'm just laughing so much now.
Questions?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Is it Mandy? Is that in Huddersfield, Mandy?
So yeah, the question that Sergeant Major's up for you, Anton. Could you inform Anton that the Routemaster Mandy was on my local route, and I got to know...
red hair, Mandy from the video.
Yeah, so 15H on the weekends. What's 15H?
That's Heritage Route 15. It's only weekends.
The Routemaster.
Well, yeah. Weirdly enough, last February when we went to film it, it was really hot. The only hottest February. It was like summer. And I knew it was going to end of February for Monday to Friday service, and I wanted to film people in the suits, you know, to catch the weekly instead of the weekend kind of feeling. I wanted to capture the Monday to Friday going to work feeling, and we managed to film it, me and my anonymous cameraman, and it was a great video. That Routemaster, Mandy, I think I saw years earlier at Aldgate, did a bit of a video there as well. Actually, I think I accidentally filmed it sideways, but. Again, there's a lot of old footage that I need to, work on. There's a lot of stuff that I filmed over the years that I can put out. But Mandy, yeah, she's always cheerful. She's got red hair. I remember, she's always got red hair. Always driving the old Routemaster. So I think she's driving another route now. I'm not sure. But then also, someone's missed. Do I miss the number 5 route? Are we allowed to say that on here? Well, yeah, I suppose
as long as you're not bringing the company into disrepute under social media guidelines.
Yeah, I do miss the P5 because we don't drive it anymore, actually. So I do miss it. I've did some videos on it late last year. I even did me beginning of my 30,000 sub video, which I've had to kind of not abandon, just had to kind of redo again. I know I hit it last November, so I've just literally been leaving things. I've just not really been doing videos like I did in the beginning. So even if I haven't posted, don't worry. I'm still driving. It's nice to see all of you guys on here doing YouTube. I wanted this. I wanted to see all of you. The first one I remember was Bus Driver Johnny. I thought, oh, there's someone here, and he reminded me of me because I was very thin when I was young. I was a lot slimmer. I was clean shaven, short hair. I worked at First Bus in the north. Bus Driver Johnny was like me when I was young. It was unbelievable seeing. Well, reminded me of me when I was younger.
I'm going to have to go
I've
again.
I've never known you to be different, Anton. I thought you were born.
Andy, have a great drive. Drive safe.
Yeah, that'll be me. I'll probably catch up in a few days. I'm going to try and start getting some videos filmed again now that I'm back at work.
Andy,
we'll
say hello to Single Decker Michael. Andy.
Oh yeah, I've not heard from him in a while. I seen him one time up at the bus station, but apart from that, I've not seen him in a while.
I know a lot of drivers are furloughed at the moment, so I know a couple of drivers are furloughed.
Furloughed.
A lot of us sorry, I said it wrong. Furloughed. A lot of bus driver YouTubers actually are furloughed as well.
Well, that was me just back after 5 weeks off on that furlough. So I'm going to try and get some video filmed this week and get them uploaded, but we'll see how things go with the company and stuff like that, and if I'm allowed to do it or not. But I'll catch you soon, guys. Have a nice night.
Take it easy and be safe.
Yeah.
All right, be safe, Andy.
Kaywan, are you? Because I only know you as the only American bus driver. Like 300 million people, and you're the only bus driver on YouTube. Surely there must be more than just you. Is it only you?
Yeah, there's a few that are actually pretty active on Instagram, but there's nobody that has made a YouTube channel. So if I have to be the pioneer, I'll be that.
You're gonna make a killing, man.
I want to help you all, so I put on Patrick recently. Not Patrick Harper, we just mentioned. Patrick was a bus driver in London. I think he's known as the happiest bus driver in London, and I think for a long time he was homeless as well. And I just linked him in to mine recently. He's been in videos a while. I didn't know he had a channel. And also the Durham bus driver who joined recently. So I added like literally 2 drivers in the last week, and then there was Bus Driver Jade about a month ago. So I am adding, if bus drivers have free bus driver related videos, I will add them to my links. And Chris, we need to do that video with Steve, Average Steve, that we wanted to do a year and a half ago. That one with it's a funny video that we were going to do.
What's difficult with that is Steve's actually lost a lot of his motivation lately, and I do speak to him. It's just he's been obviously stuck with work on lockdown as well. K1, I don't know if you subscribe to him, if you heard of him, Average Steve. He's
I subscribe to him. He's in New York, right?
Yeah, Long Island.
Yeah. Queens.
Okay, yeah, they're getting hit really hard out there too with everything. So
yeah, we actually done a couple of videos together, me and him. I've got one of his on my channel that we worked together on, and a couple of my contributions are on his channel. I'm really shocked that he's not as big as he should be.
Yeah, I thought he's going to be like bigger than me. Seriously,
I thought he was going to go viral. He's funny.
35 subs. He flew to like hundreds, and like he's got that, the way he's got that creative element, the way he was like the one where we did the I don't know, the Seagal one. It was all his idea, and the other one about Oyster. It was his idea, and it was great. The way
that was fun.
Yeah, and also I had
oysters.
Yeah, and the great thing about that was there was yellow metal bars on my bus that reflected against the side windows. And where Steve was in New York, there was yellow lines painted on. I don't know where he was. Was he on a playground? And it looked like we were actually there, and we weren't. We were like thousands of miles away. So it was just the way he's, you know. I miss doing videos with him, but we'll get up and going, you know, at some point. But it's nice that we can all be on here, and this is just the first of like, Kevin, I've not spoken to you ever.
I know.
Great.
And I appreciate you, Anton. You and Andre reached out to me when I first started. And I was actually embarrassed. I'm like, guys, I'm just starting. I don't have it all together yet. And you guys are already doing it. But it was cool that you guys were so nice. Yeah,
if you look at Sean, if you look at that Yorkshire bus driver Sean, he messaged me about 2 years ago. I just come back from a funeral up in Yorkshire. And he messaged me on the train. I do get a lot of people message me on like Facebook Messenger, and there's loads of messages I haven't got back to in months. There's just so much that I don't know. I get a bit overwhelmed with it. Anyway, the fact is, I found out he was a bus driver, and he was in Huddersfield driving, and he's living around the Sheffield area. And I said, could you film videos in Huddersfield? Because I've been away from Huddersfield for quite a few years, only when I visit. And I was like, I want to see Huddersfield, please. You know, I'd love to see it. And he said, well, he wasn't really too confident with filming in front of the camera. And I said, just do a little intro. Could be 20 seconds. And I remember when he did his first intro, he said, here, I'm Sean. I'm going to do a couple of videos. Thanks to Double Account for just giving me the kind of just to get going. And we'll see how it goes. And there was an element of doubt. We'll see how it goes. And then on his second video, he found a knife on his bus. And he's like, and he just got the inspiration. I'll film this. And he got going with it. And then he told his mate, who was also called Sean, the flat cap driver. And then he got going with it. And that's the thing. It was like great how it spiraled where we can get others to work on things, work together. It's just great to actually just see us five on here for the first time. And hopefully we can get 6, 7, or even if it's just 2 of us usually. We're going to be working different times. I understand life happens, as you know, bus driver life. You know what I mean? But the whole thing is that I hope we can do this a lot more and we'll keep in contact. And like I said, big thanks to Chris and Andre for setting this up.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
you're welcome anytime.
Yeah. This reminds me of. Sorry, I'll let you.
Go after you.
No, I remember I watched the Zoom. One of my first Zoom videos I saw this last few weeks was of the Goonies, a film called The Goonies from 1985, 86, and it had all the actors that all appeared on the screen, and then as it kept going, more and more appeared, and it was just, I loved it. It showed everyone who was on the film. I loved it.
Anton, but can you truffle shuffle?
What's that again? What's truffle shuffle? Is that like eating a chocolate truffle and shuffle? I don't know.
No, man. If you watch the Goonies, you know what the truffle shuffle is, man.
Oh, I've not seen it for a few years.
You know what the truffle shuffle is. Right. So, K1.
Yes.
Thanks for joining.
Thanks for having me.
I'm going to look for you on YouTube, and I'm going to subscribe to your channel for sure.
You haven't subscribed yet?
It's the first time I've met this guy.
Right.
You know? Yeah, nice to meet you, man. Thanks
nice
for joining.
Yep.
And I really appreciate it. And by the way, thank you for working in this hard time, the same as Anton, the same as Andre, and every other bus driver out there, and key worker. And this goes the same, not just for the UK, but for everyone who's working in key services anywhere in the world. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Without you, the world will stop working. It's simple. Simple.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm going to end this. I have been recording the rest of this since the live stream did cut, which is a shame because I really wanted this to go out live as it was. But you know, I've recorded it. I'm going to put it out as part 2. And thanks for joining. But we have to do this again. Maybe next week. Who knows?
That'd be nice.
But by the way, Key1, are you on the WhatsApp bus chat or Facebook group?
Yeah, as of today, yes.
I love that.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm going to end this. Has anyone got anything else they wish to add to their respective channels or viewers or subscribers?
Well, I'm going to do a little 2 minutes Q&A with my little subscribers before I sign off. But I just want to say thank you for everyone coming on tonight. It's good that we had Andy on, and had Anton, you had Chris, and had Kiwan as well. So it's pretty cool. So
Yep.
it's good. So I'm just gonna sign off, but I'm gonna spend 2 minutes before heading off to bed before anybody starts crying, saying, "Where's Andre God?" So yeah, that's my bit to say. So hopefully after this lockdown, so some point at the end of this year, or if not next year, all of us can meet up some point somewhere.
Yes.
That works for me. All right, well, everyone, stay safe, stay home if you can, look after each other. Love you lots. Mwah.
Okay, guys, so it's just now me on this live stream now. I'm just going to just fix this camera. Just bear with me a few seconds. I'm just changing this video capture. There we go. Middle. There we go. There we go. Okay, so guys, I just want to say thank you so much for being around and being awesome. So if you guys got any questions over the next 2 minutes, I'll start answering them now. So very quickly. Oh my gosh, there's so much questions that you guys did put, and I didn't get a chance to answer them. If I don't get a chance to answer them now, my apologies. I will probably do another live stream some point in the week, and hopefully have better quality. I think what I need to do is, I think what happened was earlier is that I had my PlayStation 4 on, and it messed up the Wi-Fi signal. So my apologies with the lagging. As I know when I did do a live stream last week, it wasn't anything like that. So it was a completely disaster. I was quite embarrassed. But some of you are now come with your questions and answers here. So my pronunciation on the I'm not going to say it. I'm not even going to say it. I'm not going to say the bus name because I can't even try to say it. By the way, guys, I'm not even have a webcam at the moment. I'm using this via my phone, using this app, and that's how I managed to use this webcam to work effectively. So yeah. Kieran's asked me, how do you think TFL could save itself from its money trouble? I think since the lockdown that was in place from the government, I feel that buses should have still collected fares from the LT route masters, because despite the fact that they closed the front door boardings for the bus drivers to be protected, and I totally agree, they should still have that implemented, but having the LT route masters, you have 2 extra doors. I don't understand why they did not implement that from the first place. So I feel that buses should have had that in the first place. But how I feel buses, how TFL's losing money, it's kind of a bit hard, quite sad. It is will have a toll on buses, and I just feel that buses and bus drivers should have the continuing help and support and the protection needed, not just from the union but also from TFL, and making sure it's from the government as well. I hope that answers your question as well. Sorry, Jack, Anton's not on here now, but I don't know if Anton is live watching my video, but I might answer that question later. Bus Driver Life puts out a question, an answer saying that was fun. It was so nice chatting with you, full of bus drivers. So, Bus Driver Life, thank you so much for being on here. I really appreciate it. He is the most amazing bus driver. Guys, subscribe to him, by the way. Please do subscribe to him today. Please, please, please. Subscribe to Bus Driver Life. I want him to have the most best content. And I've subscribed to him now because I know he's going to do some amazing videos. He does do some funny YouTube video memes. So give him a like, give it a share, share it with your friends and family. So it'd be great for him to have some good followers and good subscribers as well, because I would like some point this year, if it wasn't the lockdown, I would have travelled out to America. I would have done so. But once the airports start open up again and the world starts doing things properly, then I will be travelling. That is why, hence why I changed my YouTube channel to Travel with Andre. Southern Transport 466, aka Mr. Spring Smith, the lovely name. Andre, do you think the B5LH buses have rubbish gear changes? Yeah, do you know, in somewhat I do believe so, yes, because it's kind of a bit jerky. I'm not quite used to jerky buses, and I don't like gear changes that happens quite frequently. So it does kind of annoy me. So when I was at Stockwell a couple of weeks ago at Go Ahead, it's just annoying. I just didn't like it. So thank you for that question. Temporary off it, logging off for today. Bye. Thank you for joining on. Thank you so much. For those other people signing off, thank you for watching. Sergeant Major Patrick Harper has said, I think you've done your daily exercise on the C10 video, up and down, sitting down. It was a lot of movement. Well, do you know what? When I filmed that video last year, you don't always sit. I like to keep myself active, and surprisingly on that bus, I was supposed to have the long bus on the C10. We're not supposed to have the short buses on the C10 because the bus does become overcrowded. So we're supposed to have the long buses. So, but I didn't mind on that day. I used all my customer service, used the PA announcements, say, "Hey guys, move down inside the bus." And I don't think you guys can hear it in the video, but no, that was really, really good. But I don't have any more GoPro videos at the moment, so I need to somehow find it in my room, find my GoPros, and start charging them, because I want to start filming it and vlogging in my bus cabs again. That would be really, really cool. Zero Random Videos said, can you let Anton know he has inspired me to start my channel? Please, I will do so. I will send a private message for you, Zara. I would send a message in a moment for you. Stuart C says, thanks for organising. This looks forward. This looks pretty cool. I think he says. Looks forward to the next one. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the next YouTube live. Intercity 455. Have you ever crashed a bus? No. No. I've never crashed a bus, because that would be really critical, and that would be really, really scary, and that will frighten me. But I will be doing a vlog very soon in regards to accidents and to what have I been involved in, and how did I overcome it with it, and what was the stress like and things like that, because that's never been said. But like I said, the company has always helped me to be better and to strive to be great. So you know what I mean. So yeah, I do give high hopes to my company. Kevin has said you should do a live of a bus driver video. Yes, I will be doing at some point soon. You guys got to bear with me, because I will be doing as from I leave my room, maybe put the kettle on. I am trying to somehow do a little video of me doing that, and I will put that all together into a little vlog video. But I'm trying to upgrade my equipment, like for instance my camera. There's my camera, guys, my Panasonic G7 camera. But I'm trying to get a black magic camera, because it's got a high resolution camera. I think that is come up with 4K camera. This only comes up with 1080p, or almost, yeah, 1080p camera on that one. But yeah, so I will be get some stuff as well. Let's have a look. Any more? John has also a good question. Will the bus fares goes up? Yes, it's BBC and also TFO and all to the media letouts has said that the bus fares, train fares, tram fares, London Overground, underground services, and all the modes of transport across London from, I think, next year. I don't want to say next year, but I don't know the exact date. I will let you guys know on my Instagram as well as on YouTube on my next videos that bus fares will go up. So you will be warned. I don't know what's going to be happening to your existing fares and that, but it's going to be quite sad because I really enjoy having bus enthusiasts and young people on buses and traveling for free, and it's going to cause so much havoc, and I'm not prepared for that. I'm not prepared for that. I'm not. I'm going to say outwardly, I'm not prepared for more fare dodgers because I'm not looking to get myself killed on the front line, and you know, and seeing people just want to pick up a fight with a bus driver. So that's something I feel that it's going to cause an issue, and I will be addressing that to the union over the next coming few days, because even though that's not being implemented with people paying their fares at the present moment, especially young people, and especially for those are in full-term education, they get free education here in the UK. But yeah, John has asked me a question. How does the London Transport handle the financial crisis? They're not even handling it pretty well at the moment, because they just have to ask the government. Recently, the Mayor of London has to ask, the Deacon has to ask the government for a bailout the other day, just to run its tubes and its bus operators and its tram and its infrastructure. It's gone way high, and it's gone in its liquidation of crying out its eyes. It's got no money at all, so it's kind of it's been a mad crisis at the moment. Sarah, thank you. It's been a great night, so thank you. Michael, I'm good, thank you. Hope you're well. Yes, Major Patrick Harper. Yeah, we are all the best bus driver and best bus drivers, which is pretty cool. Yeah. 353 Metro Bus. Andre, what is your favourite bus route in Croydon? Ooh, do you know what? I live in Croydon. No one's never asked me that question before. Best route in Croydon. You know, I'm gonna hesitate there because I think personally it's the route 198. The route 198 goes from Fulton High Street, which terminates just outside Whitehall School. Bus stands on Zion Road, and it goes all the way to Shrublands. Shrublands is a little village. I'm gonna do a YouTube video on that one. Has anyone done a YouTube video on the 198? Or maybe you might do that on 353 Metro Bus. Maybe you might want to do there's not very much Croydon routes. Come on guys, come on bus enthusiasts, come on, get some Croydon routes. Yeah, so the Croydon routes, that would be really, really pretty cool. That would be really nice if any more bus spotters are out over the next coming few months once the lockdown are phased out. And when you think it's safe to do so, don't go out if you feel it's not safe. Okay, so yeah, that's my worst. That's my advice. Okay, first not 5 new series, Travel Centre, TV network, Norwich. First buses, first Eastern countries. Cool. Let's have a look. Question from John. I know some of you guys can skip me the messages here because I'm going to try and go to bed in a minute because I've got a start in the morning. I'm going to do some shopping tomorrow in Tesco. John's asked me a good question today, sorry. Sorry. Has asked me, can you do a video about the London Transport Museum from the perspective of the driver? That was my plan, John. John, that was my plan. You read my mind. You're psychic. Alright? That was my plan. My plan was to go to the London Transport Museum this year and to film inside, and also do a short little video outside, probably in Hyde Park somewhere, and do a video of what my thoughts of the thing. I would have gone on the tube and vlog on the tube with a camera. Again, really care less. There's people standing right there. Know what I mean? So yeah, that would have been pretty cool. So yeah, that would have been amazing. Yeah. Oh my god, you're super special. Oh my gosh, okay, cool. Okay, I'm going to be very, very selective here of what I am going to be answering. Okay, I'm going to try and log off, but it's too many people on here. Okay, so just to point out to everybody, just gonna give another shout out to everybody. Yeah, please do subscribe to Bus Driver Life. I'm just gonna put it here. Okay, subscribe today for those who has not subscribed. And obviously do subscribe to Chris Real Talk as well, which I don't think he is live. I think he's gone to bed. Bless him. Chris Real Talk. I am getting used to with all this live stream, and I just want to quickly apologise to everybody. Did the when I first started at 9 o'clock today, it's been more than 2 hours. Again, it was the PS4. I blamed the PS4, the PlayStation. Synced up all my Wi-Fi data. I've got BT Infinity, by the way. But yeah. Let's have a look. Southern Transport 466, aka Mr. Spring, said, I want to hit 1,000 subscribers at the end of the year. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you hear it from me. Can we please give a big subscribe button to the red button on your screen right now to Southern Transport 466, aka Mr. Spring Smith. He needs 1,000 subscribers before the end of this year. If you can support him. In fact, I am literally, oh, you can't do it. I'm literally going to subscribe to his channel. I don't think I've subscribed to your channel. I think I did. I don't think you guys can see this though, but I'm just going to paste this onto my YouTube. You guys won't see this now. But I'm now his 110 subscribers. I was not subscribed to his channel. But yeah, I'm now subscribed to the channel, and it's got loads of the class 455. Wow, love that, really love that, pretty cool. One person's asked one question which is not relating to buses. Anthony Chasm 49. Did you act in Ratman's original Blue story? The answer is yes. A lot of people has said that, and have I been in this Blue story with Ratman? How do I come about with that guy? I'm gonna need to talk to him at some point. I do talk to him time to time. I haven't spoke to him. I hope he's okay in this lockdown and this crisis. But I believe he is doing okay, and I believe he's doing another film premiere in the States of America, I believe. So yeah, yes, I was in a series of the Blue story of the Ratman, with the big afro hair, and I was on Bad Education with Jack Whitehall as well, guys. So I will be getting back into acting. I will be getting on with story writing and film scripts and things like that. Maybe be as a background extra. I love that. So yeah. So yeah, guys. Okay. John is asking a question saying, can you also do a video about the technique of the buses in general? Yes, if you wish. I'm gonna probably do that at some point in the future. So yeah, so what I'm gonna ask you guys to do for me, please, before I end this live stream. I don't know if you can do it. If you can you even do it? Let me just go down. No. Maybe not. Okay, maybe I thought I could do that. Okay. Anyway, I don't know if you guys can see below whether in the comment section if you got any questions or any suggestions in relation to any future videos you'd like me to do. any live streams, or any videos you'd like me to talk about specifically, please put in comment sections below. You guys got to keep reminding me, because unfortunately I've not set up a I need to set up like a Word document or Excel of having all the questions. And now I did have that on my website, but obviously I seem to take that off. But some videos are completed, some videos I have not completed, so it's gonna be annoying. Raven RBX has asked me a question. Andre, will you do a C3 review as it runs on the Abellio? Unfortunately, some routes are not at Warwick Garage. At the moment, I won't be at Battersea, neither at any other garages at the moment, because I am a Warwick Garage driver, which means that I will try to work out any other garages, but at the moment, our garage, we are very, very critically short of drivers. We are always short of drivers. So I'm going to put it out there. Any bus drivers out there right now watching my YouTube channel, looking to be a bus driver, or anybody who's going to be 18 over the next couple of few months, or would like to be a bus driver, then apply with Abellio, and I will give you guys my refer a link so that you can get money from the company, as well as I get money as well. So I've already given that to one person already. So yeah, thank you 343 Metrobus for sharing my Instagram username. So that's my username. So guys, get following. I will follow you guys back as well. So just bear with me, because obviously I'm using my phone as a webcam. So obviously I've got no access to my Instagram. So yeah. Let me just make sure I've not missed out any questions. Oh, by the way, guys, would you like me to do any more live streams on gaming on OMSI or Train Simulator, or any other various games that you would like me to do on Steam? If you would like me to do that, please put it in the comment section below, because I would like to know whether that would be useful. And by the way, guys, I am streaming on Spotify. I do have my own podcast account. So yeah, I do have my own podcast account on Spotify and also on Podbean. To find me, my name on Spotify is London Decker Travel with Andre. So please do obviously have a look on that. For those who've been out bus spotting in the last recent days, thank you for joining. You guys have seen me on the new P5 route. The P5 route is lovely from back and forth from Elephant Castle to Patmore. The route is difficult because the buses are quite heavy, because obviously the batteries sit on top of the buses, and it's really, really nice to drive. I mean, I can't wait for you guys to be on here on the buses and start. I need more YouTube videos. I need you guys to be out and about, but obviously some of you guys would say it's not safe. Of course, you know, government has to release the restrictions up to another level. So once we're in July, hopefully many of your guys will be out. So yeah. Yes, John. Your company is a Dutch company. Do you notice this? You notice this in any way? Yes. Abellio is a big, massive franchise company. Now, when I first started at Abellio, I never, ever listened to my induction about Abellio. I never took it into a perspective of, why should I care? But now I do. Abellio is a big, massive company, and not to underestimate, the rail franchise is incredible and massive, really massive, and that is why I want to progress in my career with Abellio, not just only be a bus driver, but to work elsewhere in the Abellio company. And I'm hoping that many of you guys will follow me in many years to come, and I will progress in such a way that I can go up way in such a way. So I'm hoping to. But yeah. But yes, Abellio do have some amazing YouTube videos. Yeah, guys, I had my hair covered. Just before I do go, I did have my hair covered with like a bandana. I'm gonna show you guys. I did have my hair covered for the last couple of my videos. Basically, right? Stupid enough of me. I shaved my head. I did shave my head the other weeks, and my head was a bit annoying, and it went really deep. I was like, oh no! So it's growing back now. So I don't know if you guys can see the damage what it's caused, but my hairline's gone messed up. So I can't wait until these barber shops opens again. At the moment, it's just have to wait into the government really. But yeah. But yeah. It looks like Anton is taking away my live stream. It's good that you guys are really into Anton, because you know Anton, he is the most king of the YouTube. I wish each one of us do get our rewards on YouTube and get our views to be skyrocket high, but I just hope someday that you know, if I had to leave the buses and acting, or I had to have my own live TV show or whatever whatnot, I would do so, and you know I will somewhat do better YouTube videos and travel around the world and be commissioned by Netflix if I get any Netflix creators watching, or YouTube creators. You never know. Shout out to YouTube. Shout out to Netflix. I want to be famous. I don't know if that will work. You know, you never know. You can try. Anton, don't be sorry. You know, Anton, you know, it's great to see that you got amazing viewers, and you know your creativity works. And don't forget, Anton, you made me to become a bus driver. You inspired me to become a bus driver, and I really appreciate that. And I really admire that. I'm really thankful for that. So which is really pretty cool. John, I don't know whether that is a question out to me or to Anton. Do you have more energy and time for videos because of the lockdown? I do have more energy, actually. I've been a bit lazy today because of the hot weather. For those in London, we had highs of 27 degrees. Hope everybody made it good weather out there today, because the weather was amazing. So yeah. Right, yeah. Yeah, so I just to point out there, guys, soon, before I say soon, Anton will be doing upload videos when he's ready, okay? Anton does amazing, incredible videos. He does amazing, incredible live videos. Just subscribe to his channel and press that bell notification. If you don't press that bell notification, you guys will miss his videos. You'll miss his live stream, and that's one thing I want to give a shout out to Anton. 353 Metrobus. He sent me a message, tagging me in it. It said, one route I would recommend is the 464. It goes from New Eden to Tatsfield down the country lanes. Great route. That goes through not Beddington, and it goes through Biggin Hill, doesn't it? Doesn't it touch a bit of Biggin Hill, or near Biggin Hill Airport? Or is that the that's not the route 353, is it? Or is that not the what other route is it? I can't remember what other route it is. Can't remember. But I used to go to a college down in Bromley College. I know some of you know Bromley College, and I studied to be public services. I did want to become a paramedic, but unfortunately, at the time I didn't have my driver license. But now I do. Would I want to be a paramedic now? Nah, I wouldn't. But yeah. Cool. So guys, if you've got any more questions, if you want to talk with Anton, actually before I do go, Anton, please, if you're hearing this, you're hearing me right now, please hear from me. Stop asking questions from people in my comments. Right, Anton, I've got your full attention. Okay, can you download Discord? Now, once you download Discord, I'll give you a call after this live stream, because I'm getting a lot of people asking me about Discord, that you're not on it. And Discord is a great way. It's like WhatsApp, and it'll be a good way for you to chat. So yeah. So if you are want to download Discord, please, that'd be good. That will enable many great ways for us to social and interact. Yeah. Anyway, any more questions you guys want to ask me, because I'm about to go offline. Any more questions? Wow, that's the time. 11:35. It's almost midnight. I want to try and get up before 6 o'clock. Tesco down in Fulton Heath. Yeah, for those who missed the live stream of me playing a Class 377 the other day, I do live in Fulton Heath, which is part of Croydon, North part of Croydon, a small little town. But yeah, that's really, really cool. Yes, Anton, it's off Play Store. Yeah. If you do get stuck, Anton, let me know. I'll be more than happy to help you. Give you a call, 1-to-1. But yeah, guys, it's here from me, Andre. If you've got any questions or anything like that, put in the comment section below. Oh yes, there's one person who did ask me to do a vlog about this. I'm gonna put it out this now, and I'll put it again in my next video. That I do not give out uniforms by Abellio, unfortunately. I need to ask consent first from Abellio. I don't think Abellio would be appreciative of me giving out to other people, but I don't know. But yeah. Very quickly, Anthony Kasim 49. Sandra Major said something else as well. Hang on. Were you into transport when you were younger? Clap, praise, give him praise. Yes, I was in my loving of transport when I was a kid. I lived nearby a railway, and every time the train goes by, I love looking at trains outside my mum's window. I used to stand there hours and hours and hours, and that was like my TV screen. More than watching like the BBC News, watching Coronation Street, watching Emmerdale, or watching Hollyoaks, watching EastEnders, watching God knows what's on telly. I was more interested in watching trains going by. So yeah, so I really, really do like it. So yeah. Trains and buses were my thing, and it still is to this very day. Planes are coming in as well, so I will be getting a flight simulator, which is out some point this year, which is hopefully many of you guys are watching the live stream of videos of the videos that will be uploaded onto the flight simulator. So yeah, Sergeant Major has put on. Thank God Anton wasn't working. We didn't have to see him all in his summer uniform, which is nice. About 353. Metrobus said my local routes are 6-4 and 130 goes to Fulton Heath. Yes, the 130. Don't know what. I'm glad it's now being extended to Fulton Heath. It was once extended to officially route was to North Junction, but now it goes to Fulton Heath, which is better. So thank goodness it now terminates at Fulton Heath, but sometimes terminates at North Junction because of Crystal Palace being playing football. So yeah. Yes, Sarah just put down, I live nearby a train line. I can hear when I'm outside. I hate during the night time we do have the freight trains and they do ramble around. Depends on what speed they're going at in the night time. So yeah. John asked me a question. What do you think about autonomous driving? Is it a threat? Autonomous driving here, I think is a threat here in the UK, especially here in London. Going forward, I know the bus operators and the Transport for London would want to be keen to implement that in the future for the next generation or the next decade. And I feel that London's not quite ready as yet, because we've got cyclists running around, we've got motorcycles running around, people stepping out in the road. I think it'll be quite hard. I think buses will be late. Buses will be extremely late. I mean, autonomous cars? Teslas are now doing it. Well, if Tesla can do a car like that, how would a bus react? How quickly would a bus stop? How quickly would a bus accelerate? How quickly would a bus turn and think about the green light? These are the little things. So if Tesla is able to do this motorized vehicles, I mean, Tesla is really doing these trucks. When it surprised me, Tesla brings out its first double-decker bus. Elon Musk, I might tweet to him later on and say to him, Elon Musk, can you do a one trial bus and send it to TfL? Yeah. Yes, I totally agree, guys. I should buy a OMSI 2 steering wheel for my videos. I totally agree. I should do that. Southern Transport 466 aka says that at night times I hear the train horns. Yeah, if you live nearby a train garage or train depot or a train yard, you will hear them a lot, and screeching by train tracks, especially the yard tracks. It's kind of annoying. Called flagging, by the way. Lawrence, hello. Lawrence, hello. My apologies. I know you said hello earlier. My apologies for not saying hello back. Hello. Hope you're well. Hope you're keeping safe, by the way. Hope you and your family are keeping well. Sarah said, I've got a high-speed train, 375 train, and 10 trains where I live. Does that go down towards into Kent? Kent Main Line. I think I know where you're talking about. Are you near like Gillingham? I think you said. Yes, we did have this discussion near Gillingham. I've got that train map, by the way, guys. I do have that train map. So yeah. Oh, Anton, what have you done on my let me press show. Double look at Anton Tyrrells. Yes, you know what? I'm glad Anton mentioned that. I'm meant to go offline. I'm not even going offline yet. Oh my goodness. Tyrrells, it's kind of a bit difficult as a bus driver. This is one thing I'm stressing about with fatigue with bus operators. Many bus operators would like drivers to wear their tyres during hot weathers, even though it's not the summer season, and it's kind of a bit difficult. So I think it's a bit hard. So I've got to be careful how I express about that. But yeah. Yeah, so yeah, it's kind of annoying. Ooh, Transport 466 aka you live nearby Norbury. Ooh, 10 minutes away from me. Hey, 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 neighbours. Hey, hey, hey. 4th and 8th, not too far from the big Tesco off the high street. I'm not gonna give any more information than that because I don't want people stalking me. Question: are trains a hobby for you? Do you feel positive about trains? Trains are absolutely amazing. I think I wanted to go to York Train Museum, and I want to go to Acton Town Tube Museum as well. So yes, I would say that the trains are my biggest hobby and my biggest fan. Which is the best, buses or trains? I can't decide. Sorry. But yeah. Hello, South London Transport. Hello again. Thank you for saying shout hello. I shout hello to you back. But yeah, guys, I need to go to bed. I don't want to be disturbing my mum next door because I'm making an awful racket. It's 11:45. So yes, Lawrence, I've seen quite a few of the videos. I will talk to you guys in the morning on my live, well not live, on my Discord. For those who are not on my Discord, you'll find the link in the comments section below. It should be there. Yes, there is. Yes, it is. Discord is there on the comments in the description box. Sorry, I've got 30 people looking right now. Yeah. I'm just going to play this Protect and Save Lives YouTube clip from the government. I would say that this might flag up our copyright, but I might have to take off the monetization after 12 hours. I will have to keep an eye on my YouTube because I'm a bit worried and concerned that this might flag up. I'm just hoping it's okay. So yeah, guys, whatever you're doing, keep safe, be safe. Okay, look after your loved ones. Got my facial mask, got everything now. I'm ready for work for tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm on the P5. But yeah, so I'm praying for each and one of you. I'm praying for each and one of you, and I just pray for the nation. I pray for the prime ministers. I'm praying for the world leaders. I'm just hoping that we're able to, get on with our lives and able to go out places and go to the cinemas, go to restaurants, and I miss it all. I really, really do. And life has changed. Life has completely changed. But yeah. Anyway, guys, it's here from me, Andre from Travel London. London Travel with Andre. Whatever you're doing, have a lovely night. And thank you for traveling with Andre watching my stream and with other bus drivers. So yeah, goodbye.
This is an important update from the government about coronavirus. We all need to stay alert so we can control the virus and reduce the risk of infection. To stay alert, This is an important update from the government about coronavirus. We all need to stay alert so we can control the virus and reduce the risk of infection. To stay alert, you must remain at home as much as possible. Work from home if you can. Limit your contact with other people. If you have to go out, keep your distance from others. This is an important update from the government about coronavirus. Continue to wash your hands regularly. We all need to stay alert do not so we can control the virus or anyone in your household has symptoms. To stay alert, you control the virus. This is an important update from the government about coronavirus. We all need to stay alert so we can control the virus and reduce the risk of about coronavirus. To stay alert, we all need to stay alert remain at home so we can control the virus and reduce the risk of infection. If you can, to stay alert, limit your contact with other people as much as possible. If you have to go out from home, keep your distance from others. This is an important update from the government about coronavirus. Wash your hands regularly. Keep your distance from others. Do not so we can control the virus and reduce the risk of infection. Continue to wash your hands regularly. You control the virus. This is an important update from the government about coronavirus. Stay alert. We all need to control the virus so we can control the virus. Update from the government about coronavirus. To stay alert, we all need to stay alert. Remain at home so we can control the virus. Update from the government about coronavirus. We all need to stay alert so we can control the virus and reduce the risk of infection. If you can, to stay alert, you must remain at home as much as possible. Work from coronavirus. Stay alert. We all need to control the virus so we can control the virus.